just how influential that tournament Game Over was for Smash's history. He was a 14-year-old kid, and he hosted one of, if not the first major tournament.
Yeah, and do you know why it was called Game Over?
Oh, by the way, Legion just tipped Chillin twice.
Yeah, sorry we didn't introduce this match. We're looking at Legion playing the Blue Marth, and off to
Sick
awesome
tag,
start.
by the way. Legion, what a tag! This guy, Legion's pretty good too. Chillin's got to watch out. Can't be going out down to losers this early. By the way, winners finals this pool. So we are seeing. Okay, we're now seeing some stuff.
Yo, Legion looks like he's pretty young too. It's so funny. We're just talking about being young and then being OG. This guy Legion looking to make a name for himself, coming out real strong.
Real strong. Okay, I like what I'm seeing from this Marth. Get up attack right off the top platform, ends up catching the Marth during that up air. That's something you got to watch out for as the Marth.
Can't come down on a Fox. Never come down on a Fox.
Yeah,
Rule
that's
number
true.
one.
The trade.
And a great short from Chillin. Otherwise, he most definitely would have been stopped and probably converted by the Marth.
Wow, he was able to catch that up B with a back air. Super nice.
Okay.
Soft back air into up smash.
Chillin putting on pressure with the speed at this point, and now he takes the lead. We were just talking about that wake-up moment when you realize your opponent is good.
Yeah.
Chillin had to go, whoa, Legion.
What is going on?
Easy. This guy's got moves, so
and
he
on
speeds
the
up
other,
a bit.
On the other side, it's very important to kind of make that statement early on if you're the other player. Just kind of let them know.
Yeah, and also that the first stock might be your best opportunity
to catch him off guard.
Exactly. You might not get it again.
Ends up countering him on the way of the neutral air down. Very good awareness by Legion. That neutral air, I think that's the sort of stuff that, you know, separates sometimes. You can't go for those sort of neutral airs. It's a little too easy for the opponent to just move back and hit it.
Okay, what a fascinating match we're watching.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, Legion was coming out hot.
Oh,
and
yeah,
just
that
like
first stock?
Chillin hasn't lost another stock.
Well, it's so hard for Marth to KO at these sort of percentages. He ended up getting that edge guard with a very nice monster tipper. But in many ways, this stock will be easier to take than even the one that high percentage last time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You want to kill Fox before he gets too high.
Okay, ends up throwing him off stage. This is Legion's opportunity, able to have stage position. Accidental ledge jump.
Winner. Not great.
Yeah, Chillin right now is expecting a errant arrow from the edge. You saw that, how he waited on that side platform for a small moment. I think he was expecting maybe that neutral air that he saw earlier. He saw it a couple times that match and was waiting to punish it. That time he ended up going for an up air and missing Legion. Legion got to be careful. There's a lot of more mix-ups you could do than just throwing out those aerials.
I think he needs to play a little more defensive. That's what I want to see from Legion, because Chillin has the speed for sure and the character comfort over Legion.
Yeah. Oh, down air opportunity. It doesn't go for it. Sometimes you got to go for it, man.
Now, we just saw last match with Ken. We sent 3 Marths in a row, by the way.
It's really hard to time that down air. Could have been a tipper. It's hard to time because of those wall rides. First, that down air he wasn't able to time, or at least wasn't confident enough to go for it because of the wall ride. And then there he missed the tipper because he didn't know that what angle Chillin was going to go for, and just how long he's going to be in that wall ride animation.
Yeah, and that's when the counter becomes an option, and if possible, jumping out there, intercepting.
Counter's nice for that, right? Because it lasts so long, it's able to cover many of those options.
Of course, not all of them, but many of them.
Many of them. Oh, down tilt able to catch the jump.
It was. Actually, I think Legion overextended there. Probably could have been Shine Spike, too. So, got to be careful spacing those recovery
deaths. He also shield grab right with a shine on his face. Maybe a little bit more patience. Okay, another good counter. Get him attacked again.
Ooh, wow. Again with the...
Okay, upper on the way down. By the way, you will notice that we're on FD. Chillin Dude really likes this stage, so even though this is a traditional Marth counter pick, this is his comfort zone.
Absolutely. So I know that my little brother Silence, and I want to say SFAT too, are starting to show and say that Marth doesn't really have the edge on the stage that we used to think he did, that Fox can do it.
I disagree. But I think Marth wins here, but I think that if you're not super solid on the chain grabs, it can absolutely be in Fox's favor. And most people are not super solid on the chain grabs. Actually, pretty much everybody is not super solid on the chain grab. It's very difficult.
Okay. Chillin did 829, flexing a bit.
Doing some of his 829 stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Looking real nice.
Oh. Yeah, he's going aggro on him now.
Right, because I'm saying Fox can control it just like Marth can. Whew, you know what you're doing.
All right. If you're Legion, you got to keep your composure. And you know that, hey, if you practice your chain grabs at home, This is only, you know, a couple grabs away from being an even game. All right. Able to have stage position now.
So what's most... Oh, that's going to do it.
That's it.
That's tough.
That's Chillin dude making it out of his pool. Legion falling down into losers. Still impressive that he was able to make it that far. And frankly, I was quite impressed by the beginning of the game one.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, so just quickly, do you remember... So Game Over was where Chillin beat Ken. Do you know why it was called Game Over?
Why was it called?
Because it was supposed to be the last Melee tournament. Everyone said, this
so
is
silly.
it.
We've done that, by the way, as a community far too many times. I think by now we're too wise to it. Like Revival of Melee.
It's just one more time, guys.
Just one more time, guys.
One last ride.
Just for old time's sake. And we've pulled that card as a community in our low points.
Sure.
Multiple times, just to say, hey guys, one more time. Just do one time for the fans.
Yeah.
And then we do that, and naturally we're all like, well, the fans now want more.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yes, but Melee.
But Melee.
But Melee is so many conversations on that way.
Everyone comes together, and then they realize they actually really like this game.
That's true. And we like being with each other, too.
Absolutely.
You know, you see all the old faces and everything.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, Game Over historically was just so important because a lot of like basic TOing principles were built there by 14-year-old Chillin dude.
Yeah.
Right? I remember like
brackets.
he had like a whiteboard where he wrote out the brackets. This was before you know, Smash GG, before Challenge, before TO Pro, before old school TO.
Yeah.
These are, you know, the vast the history of the tournament software that was used in the community.
It's true.
Back then, everything was done by hand.
Yeah.
And a lot of the standards of, hey, this is how you see the tournament. This is how, you know, you keep things apart. This is how you make a basic tournament schedule. Standards that we've now adopted over time. Actually started by Chillin dude, one of the, you know, back in the day.
That was when we used to seed by crew, back when there were crews. Things were very, very different now.
Crews were so important back in the day.
I miss crews.
Oh,
I miss them so much.
Team Ben.
Yeah, Heart Team Ben.
Heart Team Ben.
In Chillin dude's case, H2YL.
H2YL. Haha, you lose.
And in Hugs' case, the Super Friends.
Super Friends.
I'm trying to think of